Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 77 of the 9 to 5 Fitness Podcast. I'm joined with Anabolic Gabe. Gab, how are you? How did you sleep?
Feeling swole, mate. How about you?
Yeah, you're looking swole.
Delts cupped.
Swollen.
That's coming out. Proportions on point. But nah, we slept good. Neck's hurting a bit though. Don't know where that's come from. Bloody
Threw your back out.
blew her back out, mate. So my neck's just sometimes it does that.
Yeah.
It's weird, just so random. But doing my best, like sleeping like a bloody sack of bricks at the moment, and also I'm feeling good. Now I'll ask you the same because that's the polite thing to do.
Yeah, it's what we do. We've done for 77 episodes, maybe 76 because I think we've missed one.
Yep.
But no, I'm good. Sleeping very well. Feeling very good. Feeling healthy and fit and firing.
Yeah, buddy.
Living the dream, mate.
So what's your name again?
My name's Louis. But before we get started, we need them to bloody do the thing.
Yeah, I forgot. There's so many like freeloaders on this podcast. They just listen to every episode and they don't actually contribute anything. Like, so if you're one of those people, I need you to do something. Otherwise, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I actually got told if you haven't rated the show 5 stars and you're not following it, your nan's going to fall down the stairs and do both her ACLs. Like, I'm really sorry. That's not a curse I'm putting on you guys, but
yeah,
like I've just been told that information. So I'm just letting you guys know if you don't do that, like we don't want Nan doing that. So
people need to start pulling their weight around.
Start pulling your weight. It's not really difficult to do. 5 stars, rate the show. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure you like and chuck a comment down below because it means a lot. But anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program, Louis Phillips 12.
Yes. I suppose like what's been happening lately. We've got a bit of small talk to get through. I know you went to the big APS game yesterday.
Potentially biggest school game of how long?
No idea. It'd be
in
a while.
History? Nah, not history. I remember there were a few big ones, but let's say the last decade, even pretty damn huge. So I know Caulfield Grammar, they just got like the... So I went to Caulfield Grammar, but I'm not like... I'm trying to, keep both schools involved because I know I've got a lot of fans from Brighton Grammar as well, but also not make the game about me. I want to document what was a really good game. So I got down there.
That would have been hard for you.
Vlogged it, yeah, because I'm so self-absorbed. Just a lot was going on. I was so drained after it. There was a huge turnout, probably more than some AFL games, I'd say. I think Brighton Grammar had like 10 buses come down.
Really?
Yeah, crazy, bro.
Because it was at Wheelers Hill, wasn't it? Not the Caulfield campus.
Big trek because the ground's bigger out there. But anyway, so Caulfield Grammar has like the all-Australian team, just like heaps of insane players. Brighton Grammar is really good too. Both teams were level on points. And the last game of the season, whoever wins the grand final. So it was like a pseudo grand final, as the principal said. And Caulfield Grammar were up by like 45 points at some stage. And then Brighton Grammar made an epic comeback and the game ended 96 all.
Oh, even.
So they had to share the
draw.
premiership. How's that?
Oh, mate, it's a bit of a cute finish, to be honest.
It's because I was around like the Caulfield team, like around the huddle, getting it for my vlog, and I could just see the mixed emotions because like Brighton Grammar would have been way more wrapped with that because they were down by 45.
Yeah,
whereas
they patched it up.
Caulfield Grammar would have been like, we still got the dub, but like...
So did Brighton Grammar kick a goal with like 30 seconds to go?
Not 30 seconds. Like, I feel like it's all, or most frequently, that's how AFL draws end is like the last 5 minutes is just a deadlock.
Yeah.
And it's like, one team kicks a point, the other team kicks a point, and no one can get a goal. So it was kind of like that. But like, credit to Brighton Grammar, like Caulfield just looks so much better than them in the first half. And I was interviewing Brighton Grammar fans and everything, and they were like Caulfield's won. They're just like two different teams, two different classes, and it was amazing. Like I think they just got this huge momentum swing, and you often see like big good teams like Melbourne or something like that. Like the magic just goes and they can't do it anymore, and they just get flogged. So I think that's what happened.
Mate, it's pretty amazing standard of footy, isn't it?
Oh, it's that. So I watched your game, which is like bigger bodies, that's nice and tough in the midfield, real slog. And this is just like the pace and like smaller bodies,
so
but
clean.
like some of the players there, I was like struggling to keep up with my camera, just how quick they are.
Yeah.
I think like that
smooth.
Nick Watson guy, he's like, mate, rapid. He was like the best player on the field by far, and I think he's only in year 11.
Yeah, it's so impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I was filming most of the day with Baseline Footy, really, really good blokes, and we're just like chatting camera settings and shit the whole time, and it was awesome guys, to be honest. And it was just a great day. I reckon, like, so hectic in terms of fan engagement, which is amazing to meet so many of you, but Like I went out with you guys later and my social battery was just, bro, it was like negative.
Yeah, you're gas.
I needed a portable charger. I reckon like 300 to 400 photos that day.
Mate, that is so much work.
Yeah, it was like...
I mean, in a positive way.
In a positive way, but... And every interaction, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like each interaction, your social battery gets drained like 1% kind of thing. And it's like, yeah. And they're all like so good. They're just like kids saying, oh, can I get a photo? Can I get a photo? I'm like, yeah, of course, mate. Of course, mate. Of course, mate. A few kids will like talk shit just because, you know, toxic high school things, but
yeah, that's right.
You know, whatever. And yeah, it was just so tiring. And then we did like a giveaway at full time as well. And there were like a pack of kids just waiting at my car in the car park. Every car was gone and it was just my car there. And it was just a pack of kids waiting there and then a pack of kids following me.
Sounds so intense.
And so there were a bunch of, you know, school kids there. And I was like, all right, I need someone to hold the camera. And whoever holds the camera gets to keep like something of their preference. So like they get first preference of the giveaway. I had like heaps of subs, heaps of merch, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And he got like a Total War pre-workout, which was
awesome.
worth $70-$80.
He'd love that.
And so I was like, get a line, blah, blah, blah. And he held the camera for me.
Yep. Putting in the hard yards.
And I opened it up, bro. I just got swarmed. Like, not to be insensitive, but like that was a Travis Scott mosh pit situation. And I was getting crushed by a bunch of 16-year-olds. I couldn't move, bro.
Did he get his Total War?
Nah, because they literally ransacked my car, bro.
You're kidding.
Like, I needed a genuine security
Someone's
team
got
for
to
that.
send him out something.
No. So, like, it was like, yeah, I want this. And then it just got to a stage where everyone's just going, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Going what
the
they
looters.
Mate, literally. It was like the riots or something. Far out.
Ducking for cover.
Oh, it was in, like, I was getting crushed by 16-year-olds.
Careful.
Yeah, literally. I thought my car was going to get stuffed up and this kid's holding like my $6,000 camera setup and I was worried that like he dropped it and it was getting trampled on. So I was so stressed out, but luckily he got away and filmed really good footage. So it'll all be in the vlog, which will already be out at 6 p.m. Sunday night. So go and watch that. Me and my editor have been working pretty hard on it, working overtime. But I did feel really bad for the guy who did film, so I literally gave him the clothes I was wearing
off your back.
Literally, because I'm like, bro,
Red
just have
jocks.
this. Literally, just have this, bro. I feel so bad. But yeah, mate, they were literally going crazy over like socks I've worn. They were going like old compound shorts.
Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, isn't it?
Like $30 t-shirts. They were just, oh, bro, give it to me.
Looters.
Oh god,
it's intense.
But I freed up a lot of space for me because I didn't want any.
Well, and for us in the subs cupboard, it's fantastic because we had all these residual kind of subs we weren't using, so it's good to get rid of them.
Yeah, I wonder if we do like a
cleanse
actual giveaway at some point at like a gym or something.
I need to go through my clothes and do it.
Yeah, literally. I chucked in a bunch of Gymshark stuff in there because I don't like Gymshark.
Yeah,
I chucked in some old like Lacoste tees I had. I chucked
nice.
in like an old Nautica tee I had in there, and like all these kids were DMing me photos of them wearing, going like, "Thanks, bro, you're a king." It's like my old Nautica t-shirts.
It's kind of funny. It gets passed down the generations.
Literally, it's like my little brother getting a hand-me-down because like I'm not gonna wear it. I prefer to wear like our own line or you know, some Stone Island, get the badge in, and yeah, bro, it was fun. But yeah, like genuinely, we need a better system if we do a giveaway again.
Yep, I think maybe some security guards. Now, the YouTube video is out Sunday, 6 p.m. Is that right?
And so it'll already be out.
They need to go
on
and
Anabolic Gabe
review,
YouTube channel.
like it, subscribe.
If you don't chuck a like, I'm pretty sure I said at the start, your dog's getting glaucoma. Again, not my curse, but like, I'm just being the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't make the rules.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You had a massage. Someone came over.
Interesting topic, and I know I've done a lot of stories, a lot of talking, but I wanted to ask you, mate, could you know, we're talking not physio. Physio is a different story, right? And viewers at home, comment, DM, Snapchat us what you think as well. Could you get like a 90-minute massage from a bloke?
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and it's an interesting one. I mean, I could. I think I would prefer it to be a female, though, for me to fully relax.
Yeah, the thing that gets me is like, you know, they're pulling your underwear halfway down, mate. Like the upper region's on show there, and it's like, regardless of female, that's what they do. It's kind of like massage thing, you know. They pull it down. I don't know. Maybe it's just me that they do that for, but you know, you're kind of exploited there. You know, you're in a vulnerable position, let's say. I don't want, like, I ain't gay, and no disrespect to any of my gay homies, but like, bro, I don't, like, I just feel really
Uncomfortable.
I remember my parents took us on a holiday to Vietnam. This was like my schoolies, right? You remember? I told you.
Bonehead comes in, pissing and farting.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Go on.
Yeah, anyway. Like my dad booked the family massage. I think with like the resort, like every one of the family gets like a massage. And bro, this was when I was like real introverted and afraid to speak up. Now I'll just like speak however much
tell
shit.
the story. What happened?
Yeah. But anyway, I'm getting a massage from like some Vietnamese bloke, and I didn't have the confidence to speak up, and I felt like I was getting, sorry for the extreme word here, but molested the entire time. Like he didn't touch me
Inappropriately.
maybe a little bit too high up, but like, bro, I was scarred after that.
Interesting.
Like really high up on the groin area.
Really?
And look, if our physio does that, it's fine. Like we want him to do that.
Don't care.
But something about a random masseuse that's a guy, I'm sweating. Like I'm fucking stressed out whereas if I've got like a nice female masseuse, bro, I'm relaxed. I'm drooling into the bed, bro. I'm switched off. It is so elite.
Yeah.
But if a guy does it, bro, I'm like on edge. My heart rate's 150 plus.
I didn't realize. I feel like it's something as you get older, you kind of learn it that how many like illegal massage kind of operations are running in Australia, especially like the old, happy ending kind of setup. That is like, it's common.
Really?
Oh, mate, it's so common.
Yeah. What's the process? Do they offer it to you, or do you have to speak up?
Personally, I've never done it, but I'm pretty sure.
Have you been offered?
Nah, never.
I've never been offered.
I haven't gotten a massage.
I've got a few massages, and it's not something like, no judgment if it's something you're into, but people always, every time I get a massage, there's 10 kids messaging me, or happy ending, rub and tug, and I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Why would I pay for it?
Why would I pay?
Yeah.
You're joking.
But I have heard from some of our friends it's something they do just to relieve a bit of stress. Not to throw anyone under the bus, but
relieve a bit of stress. But mate, I was picking up this camera lens actually, and where I was picking it up from was right next to a sketchy massage joint. And I reckon within that time, like I was waiting at the front, would have been 6 old like baby boomers walked out of the massage joint at about 3:20 p.m. They had a bit of a relaxed look on them. I don't know if that many guys are getting just normal massages. If there's,
Far out, bro. Like, I want to know what the process is. Do they offer you, or like, is it word of mouth and you go, this is the joint to go to, and I speak up and flick them a 50 or 100 under the table kind of setup? Or I'm interested.
It would be. Maybe can someone please write in and let us know, and we can let them know on the next pod? Because I would like to know the process.
Yeah.
And, is that something you discuss beforehand, or is it just, they just work into it?
Yeah, it's like if the vibes are high during the kind of massage.
If the vibes are on.
Yeah. And just to clear the record, no judgment if you do that. Personally, I'm not interested in it. I don't know if you are.
Personally, I'm not, no.
If I'm getting a massage, I want it to be like for a reason, to be honest. So, yeah. Yeah,
good chat. Training? Lifting lots of weights?
Training, boring. You guys know, training every day, just looking extremely swollen, handsome, and lifting a lot of weight, to be honest. Like, we were chatting about this, it's like, we're kind of freeballing our own nutrition at the moment. We had our coach do it, but at the moment, I'm personally like, I kind of just want to chill and do my own thing. And I'm looking really good, like more aesthetic than I ever have. But I'm not following like my coach's high carb regimen and stuff like that. And I swear when I follow that type of stuff, I look like shit. My jawline's gone. But now because I look shredded and I feel good in my head about how I look, I'm lifting more weight because I feel good about myself. It completely defies science in terms of like fueled up glycogen stores and everything for powerlifting. But bro, I swear when I'm in the gym and I'm looking shredded, aesthetic, I'm like, I'm moving more weight because I feel good.
Yeah. The hard thing I find about doing the calories with the coach is that like he'll adapt them like per day almost. So like one day you might be on 2,500, the next day you're on 3,000. Mate, I can't do that.
No, I need consistency.
I just need the same thing every day. It doesn't matter if I train for footy or whatever.
I mean, I swap out a meal every now and again. Like today we're going out for dinner with Prime Train and another good friend of ours. It's catch up / business meeting type setup. And like I will make way for that, like the calories in there. But most of the time it's like a consistent, this is meal 1, this is meal 2, and I need that routine. Whereas if there's like a third party involved, it's like kind of disrupts. And I reckon routine and preparation is so key for sticking to calories.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the preparation. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Very good. Very exciting. You've been cycling a lot lately.
Yeah, just wanted to have a little bit of a chat about cardio because it's obviously something we don't want to neglect. We don't just want to look good and be strong. Like, I think you also want to be healthy as well, functional. I know you haven't been able to do as much running through footy, have you?
Well, I can't run, do 10Ks because I'm either recovering or getting ready to play. But I think I got my last game this week, so
Excited?
I'm excited to finish footy, because I'm excited to get into running and just different things. And mate, footy's so time consuming. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it's pretty time consuming. So keen to get a little bit more of that time back, and then
do you have any goals for your running?
I like to get as fit as I was before, which is like running a 10K. I think I did it like a 4:16 pace.
I reckon you should set yourself a goal of a 40-minute 10K.
Oh yeah, that's flying.
I reckon you can do it though.
I reckon I can.
Like a little whippet.
Yeah.
You'll be able to glide, mate.
Lose a little bit of weight. But I'm so excited for summer though.
Yeah, oh mate, it's going to be huge. The weather's been pretty depressing.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a come down since getting back from summer in America, but
I bet.
And I know you guys like the stories from America, and I do have heaps of stories. I just can't think of them now. So when the time comes, I will give you guys an update. Oh yeah, actually I'll give you guys a Venezuela update.
Yeah, go on.
So as you guys know, we love Venezuela. And we've had confirmation that Venezuela loves us as well. Check out Anabolic Gabe, recent pinned comment. We do have word from Camilla, which is amazing.
So this is the girl that you got with
in Miami.
Miami.
And as you guys know, she didn't speak English. Big old Salomon Rondon. So like we exchanged a few messages, that night, day after kind of thing. And I'd speak in these English acronyms and be like, IKR, WID, ATM, and she'd be like,
no idea.
Question mark, which is like, I know, right? What are you doing at the moment? And she's just completely blank.
She's trying to plug it in through the translator.
She's trying to plug it in through Google Translate.
Blank.
It's coming back like what the fuck?
The book.
So I don't know.
Long distance,
the girl
baby.
I'm most in love with doesn't speak English, and I reckon it's fantastic. Less arguments.
A lot easier. Agree on most things.
It's very, very basic conversation.
Yeah, not much.
Not much going on.
It's more about the vibe.
And the vibes are really good. So that's just a little check-in from Venezuela. So I thought I'd update you guys who are invested in the law.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good from you. We went out the other night or last night or something.
Yeah. No, yeah. Nah, like this, yeah. No.
Wait, nah.
Yeah, no, ages ago.
Anyway, so we're...
Fucking idiot.
In this line, and I forgot to write it down. We're in this line, and there's these people in front of us, and they're piling in, and Gab goes, geez, how many more people are coming in? And mate, this like 4'2", like you're shorter than us, so you have to be pretty short. He's just getting all chirpy. He figures out we're TikTokers, and he goes, fucking TikTokers, geez, they're just... and he goes, hey, these... And he goes to his mates, geez, bodybuilders, they're different, eh? And his mates go, shut the fuck up. Mate.
Oh, I don't want to put in too much, because it wasn't that deep, but I just thought it was so funny. Like... it was a decently long line here. I hate waiting in lines as it is. And I just thought I'd make a bit of fun at it and be like, oh, do you have any, come on, bring some more mates to jump in front of us. And everyone thought it was pretty funny except him for some reason.
Oh, he lost it.
I think his mates were asking for photos of their whole fans. Or
they're really nice.
They're really, really lovely guys. Yeah. And I think he just wasn't having a bar of it. And he said, what did he say? He just said go make a TikTok about it. So I just stared into his soul for about 30 seconds. And then he thought I was arcing up to him, but I was just staring at him into his soul.
Yeah.
And then he goes to his mates for backup, as you do. And his mates, he goes oh, these fucking idiots.
Yeah, what about these guys?
Yeah, what about these clowns over here? His mate goes, geez, you're carrying on a bit. And that got me thinking, if one of you boys ever did that to me, I'd never speak to you again, bro.
I would never speak to you again.
My boys need to be there for me to back me to the hills,
Doesn't matter
bro.
how stupid the argument is.
Doesn't matter.
You better fucking back me up.
You better be in my corner here. And his mate just fully... she's like, no, I don't know you, bro.
We were laughing so...
I was laughing so much.
If you ever did that, I would be so pissed off. You can't... I mean, it's got to be right or die.
Even if you did the dumbest shit, bro, I'm blindly
back me up in front, in front of them, and then pull me aside after. Hey, mate, that wasn't...
Come on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Monday team chat, video analysis, we'll do that, but it's not the time to do it there.
Oh, it was painful. I felt so bad for him.
But anyway, no hard feelings there. It's not that deep. We love you very much. You said something like, I was actually watching you boys, so I thought you were legends, but you're not or something. And I'm like... How much shit is this guy hating on me just for fucking... Just for making a joke?
Within like the span of a minute, he's just piling all this shit on.
He was so angry.
He was so angry.
I was like, bro, it's not that deep.
I reckon he's probably really nice if he doesn't have drinks. He probably just like snaps if he has a few drinks.
I reckon that's the thing that cuts the deepest is when someone's so fired up and you just hit him back with, bro, it's not that deep.
It's not that deep, man.
It's like you're riled up going like this. Bro, it's not that deep. Like the story we know of Tu Ruckman.
It's not that deep, baby. Right. NTF product plug.
Yeah, good stuff, lad.
Good stuff, lads. Flying off the shelves. There's nothing left.
I'm looking like Jimmy Neutron with my stats maxed out with these deltoids.
You are.
So... These are some cool colours, aren't they, bro?
Yeah, well, they're running out, so I don't know if there's anything left, to be honest. Check out the website if you want one.
We're doing a stock count this Wednesday with some of our employees, so shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
And, buy some stuff off the website, guys. The merch, mate, we've sold like triple the amount of merch we usually do past 2 months, which is awesome. I don't know where that's come from. Meal plans, go get them. Basically, if you're new here, it is a... nutrition's the hardest thing to get down pat, and is an anabolic recipe book with all... It like tells you how to cook it and tells you the calories, macros, and then it tells you how many macros and calories you need to eat per day. So it takes all the tracking out of it. So if you want something convenient like that, go pick it up and it'll be emailed to you within the day we try to aim for. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, the Athletic-Based Resistance. Actually, I plug it every week. You know what it is, the Athletic-Based Resistance program. Check it out.
You got some reviews on it recently if you check the emails.
Yeah, lovely. I haven't checked the emails, but...
Go check them, mate.
Thank you very much for those reviews regardless. Also, the running program. That's literally 3 running programs in one.
Yeah.
It's $10, I think.
And it's one of the projects we need to do is we need to revamp all this stuff because I need to update the power building program. You got a bit of work to do with you. Next business meeting, we'll have a chat and we'll say, right, these are the dates we need to get it by. But it is tough and
deadlines are essential.
Basically, for me, what I'm doing, I don't know what you're doing with your athletic one, but with the power building one, anyone who's already bought V1 gets V2 because it'll just be updated and you'll get V2.
It's essentially updating the link.
Exactly right. So. And people keep asking me, but bear with me. Like, sorry, I've been so flat out and I'm not going to get time anytime soon, but hopefully next 2 months, power building program will be updated.
Yep. I would say for me within the next month is the deadline I'm putting on myself.
For sure.
But same thing. So if you want the original one, you can go and buy the Athletic-Based Resistance program right now, and you'll also get the updated one.
So that's 2 programs. So get in while you can, essentially.
You've probably got about a month.
Yeah. So if you do want to get any of that, use the discount code podcast, which will give you 10% off, and we track who gets that, and you're all legends.
So. And then we see your name and we give it a kiss on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, mate. We're about to dive in.
How long have we been going for?
We've only been going for 25 minutes, but...
Bet.
Mate, we're about to dive in.
We need to choose our words very carefully with this next topic.
I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get cancelled.
Not because it's not our actual thoughts, but because we don't want to sound like idiots and for it to be misconstrued.
That's exactly right.
It is the topic on everyone's tongues at the moment. Our thoughts on Andrew Tate. Our honest thoughts on Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Not dishonest thoughts. It's our honest thoughts on Andrew Tate.
That's probably going to be the title of today's podcast.
Exactly. I've been messaged by, I don't know about you, but I've been messaged by a lot of male and female followers, friends, viewers, whatever you want to call them, saying like, oh, have you guys seen this? Or like, can you guys respond to this? I responded to a few of the messages being like, we will chat about it on our next podcast because I think we do have a big responsibility because I think a lot of the information out there is getting way out of hand and probably people are, what's the word, like almost cult following it a little bit.
Snowball effect.
Snowballing.
Yeah. And the issue is that is if you say anything to the contrary, it's like people go for your throat. Like they run it. That's why we need to be very careful with what we're saying.
Exactly. And it's not as a because we have a very strong male audience, and we're not like, oh, we want to protect our name and be like, we don't want to diss Andrew Tate because we know so many of our male followers won't fuck with us. We're just gonna like tell you real, like what we think of it, and like I feel like we got a pretty good set of values, good set of morals, and it's probably like a fair representation of the content he does make. Might not be right, you might not agree with it, but we're just going to chat about what we think about it.
Well, to start off with, I think we have way too much respect to the females in our life to be just like, to just say we love Andrew Tate.
Yeah, just
because we don't.
Follow him to the hills. Everything he says is gospel. That is not, we don't. And I think we're also strong believers. You say it pretty well, but we're strong believers in you don't have to agree and listen to absolutely everything someone says. Like there'd be stuff that I say that a lot of you guys don't agree with, but there's probably like stuff I say that you guys do agree with. And that's just, how people are. Everyone's different. Everyone has different views. I think you say it a lot better than I do.
Well, I think, especially with Andrew Tate, it's just like the stuff he says is just so toxic, especially towards women. It's so misogynistic, and it's, kind of infesting young men's brains
to hate women,
which is just disgusting. And we don't condone. In fact, we condemn anything he says regarding women.
Yeah, I mean, it's particularly on the topics of the graphic warning for the words used, but some of the comments he's made about rape and sexual assault and just females being kind of an object or a possession of men, and how men are allowed to cheat, but women aren't, and how women are broken and all this stuff. I think it's just those parts. There are some real kind of, not real, but observations he makes that are probably quite accurate about different dating dynamics and how it is. But some of the things he says on those topics are just and he does it for a reason, to be really inflammatory so that he gets attention. And it's probably, I don't know if it is his actual views, but he probably exaggerates it to get attention.
Yeah.
And we just, those things, I think if you got a brain and you've been raised right, you don't agree with that.
But, and the issue is some people take it literally.
Yeah, there's probably some down bad guys that are listening to it being fuck women, she broke my heart, women are objects, they're nothing, you're beta if you think this, all this, just bro, just chill. We get it, you don't talk to girls. Probably DMs are pretty dry at the moment. But we don't, women aren't the enemy here, bro. Just relax.
It's a weird thing, isn't it? Almost creating an enemy of a gender. What's the point? I don't understand that. I think that clears off, clearly we don't condone majority of his content.
Yeah.
In saying that, do you see a positive with his stuff?
Some of Andrew Tate's content is so valuable, and even I found it really valuable for me. And we're probably pissing off both parties here because, we're saying he's really good now and we just said he's really bad. But I'm a strong believer, this is kind of controversial, right? I love XXXTentacion, right? I hate that he's a wife beater, and I just cannot get around that, but I love his music. So I don't know. It's a weird one, and you might hate me for it, but that's just my view.
Explain what you think is good.
Okay.
What some of the messages.
What I think is really good, and I think we agree on this, is there are guys out there who are depressed, down horrendous, have no direction. I think a lot of us have gone through stages like that, and I think some of the advice he does put out there is so valuable for, these men who are down bad to kind of light a fire in their belly to get things going, start going to the gym, get into a bit of a routine, start being entrepreneurial and making businesses and making money. And I think that side of his content is so valuable. But, there's obviously a bad side to him as well. And maybe if he just did that valuable stuff, he wouldn't get the attention.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't,
Yeah.
So that kind of brings it to this next point, which is you can actually take little bits from people you disagree with. This is in anything. Let's say this is in politics, in different views around the world from different people. Jordan Peterson for some people, or so on. You can take little bits of what they say and apply them to yourself. You don't have to agree with 100%.
It's I obviously hate some of the stuff he says about women, but I love the stuff he says about how his business model works. How I find that so valuable, and it's like I'm not just like, I don't know. It's just how I am, but like. I am annoyed with like what he said, but I'm not like got annoyed so much that I can't listen to like other aspects and things like that. And I think it's again going back to that point of like only listening to things that you 100% agree with,
that
like
echo chamber.
Yeah, the echo chamber. It's like, listen to people who have a completely different point of view. Like have those, constructive discussions and things like that. Some of you might heavily disagree with what we just said, but that's just what we think there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another example, like someone who we really don't agree with, but
I think like Jordan Peterson is, not quite as aggressively as that, but a lot of people really dislike Jordan Peterson. It's kind of Andrew Tate, but a lot like more
intellectual.
Yeah, and also like he's not talking about rape and stuff, and he's not as vile as Andrew Tate, but he has some controversies. Controversial views.
What's the side of controversies for him?
It's a lot to do with like gender roles and stuff. I think is the main, and obviously that creates.
You're gonna piss people off.
You're gonna piss people off. But some things he says about depression and stuff, he's helped so many people, especially young men, and I think that's hard to understand if you're not a young man. Yeah, it's like
I've had stages where I'm pretty down bad, and even that basic information like Jordan Peterson going to make your bed, just focusing on the basics. It's pretty damn helpful, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I think one example that, could be relatable for you, like Ben Cousins, obviously one of your heroes.
Yeah.
You love his work ethic, the way he went about it, but you can't get around being a drug addict. Exactly
right. Yeah. Yeah. And there's so many different cases like that. So many celebrities.
Yeah. Like another sensitive one, but like Michael Jackson, like he's a kiddie fiddler, isn't he? He's a pedophile, right?
Yeah. Well, not confirmed.
Not confirmed, but apparently he is. But I love his music.
Well, that is an interesting one, isn't it? Because I've seen some things of people saying like you shouldn't separate the artist from the music, but like, I quite like XXX Tentacion's music. Yeah. I don't like him as a person. Same with Michael Jackson. I quite liked his music. I struggled to listen to it after I saw Leaving Neverland. But yeah, a lot of people would argue like, oh, you shouldn't separate the two. But
I suppose I'm kind of picking and choosing because one of my favorite artists used to be Young Thug, and then he's got this record label YSL, and it was basically just a mask for a huge like gang operation, and like he was shooting at people's mum, not him, but he'd have people in the gang. And it was just like so fucked up, and him and Gunna got arrested for it. And I did like so much research and watched all this stuff, and like I'm so turned off his music now. Whereas like for X, I know what he did was arguably morally worse, but I still like his music. I don't know, man. Like maybe because X is dead or something, but Young Thug's still alive.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I've no idea, to be honest, but
it's an interesting topic, and I don't think there's like a right answer. But
nah, there's not, and we are treading carefully because we have to be very careful with what we say.
Yeah,
I suppose like just back to the Tate thing, like to make it very clear, I think some of the things he says is good for men who are like down bad, like they're really struggling. It's also extremely toxic and horrible for women.
Yeah,
which obviously is also horrible for men because we are all on the same team. Like if it's bad for women, then it's bad for men.
Hatred for women. That's
exactly right. Also, this thing of having like so many different girlfriends, and
Bro,
each to their own.
It's so cap. Like I've seen all these things on like Andrew Tate DMing girls and unsending his messages and getting completely curved, whatever it is.
Yeah. He reckons he's uncancelable. Do you reckon that's true? Because it's interesting because you've never seen anyone with, like, let's say for TikTok, like he doesn't have an account, but he's all over it.
No. And, I saw all those posts come out last week about, million plus likes about how bad he is and all this stuff. And I kept tabs on I don't follow his Instagram, but kept tabs on the Instagram because I thought, shit, this could be the downfall. You could see his account drop by 1 million followers. He was on 4.2. 3 days later, he's on 4.5 mil.
Really?
So clearly it's just more attention, even though it's negative and people following him.
Be a stressful way to live, I reckon, like that.
Yeah.
Like so much hatred towards you. I feel like it'll really get to you.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a headache.
Yeah, a bit of a headache.
But hopefully we've done that topic justice, guys, and we have said, haven't... Obviously, it's our honest thoughts, but hopefully we've portrayed it like how we actually meant to portray it.
We also have like a bit of a role to play in like I know a lot of younger kids listen to this podcast. So like we need to be making sure that we're clear on, you know, like sometimes people will comment on your stuff like Common Gab W, which is like, from like the Tate
Common
thing.
Tate W.
It's like, you know, we don't actually condone what he's saying.
Yeah, and I know I've made a little bit of content on like girls, but I feel like there's a line, and I don't feel like I'm anywhere next to that line. It's like me hanging out with girls or something like that isn't anywhere next to that. And it's also crazy, a little bit off topic, but every time I post a girl on my story, kids are like replying going, oh, like, did you smash Gab or this and that and you miso? It's like, bro, she could be like my cousin for all you know.
Yeah, you can have like, friends that are girls.
If I post a bloke on my story, no one bats an eye unless it's like Lex Little or something. But if it's a girl, people are just freaking out, like going, oh, bro, like once I posted one of my girls who's a friend and someone was like commenting, bro, she's like a 3 or something. It's like,
no, it's horrible.
Oh my God. Like,
it's vile.
It's far out, man.
Yeah.
You got to check yourself.
Yeah, that's not on. All right. We've done Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
I think. Let us know
topic.
If you guys want us to like expand on that at all. And we can try and do that in another podcast, but we'd love to hear your thoughts on our thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we're wrong in a lot of areas.
Yeah, whatever.
And different perspectives.
No, we're not. I'm always right.
Always right. Never wrong. Tomorrow Skincare.
Yeah, the
best.
Dons.
We got to keep a roof over our head, but it's pretty easy to do when they are so good.
I reckon it's turning a corner. I reckon there's a proportion of people that use the Tomorrow Skincare products, and it's just like ticking over and over because it's almost like a subscription service now. People like, I've got my second package now or something. And every time someone says that, I reckon it convinces a few more people, shit, I got to get on it now.
Well, as you said in your Snapchat story, people are selling it for us. Like we don't have to do much. Yeah. We did a bit of hard work at the start, say, hey guys, this stuff is really good. And then we just need to respond to everyone's messages saying how good it is.
Yeah. What was it going to, like so some people arguing, saying it's too expensive, but it's like, you get what you pay for. The one that costs you $8 from Coles has some basic ingredients, probably not from somewhere very good. You look at the ingredients from the Tomorrow Skincare stuff and you got like bullfrog testosterone extract, all this jizz and jazz going, you know.
I think it's vegan as well, so vegan. Not quite bullfrogs, but...
Yeah, not bullfrog. you get what I'm saying though. It's bloody advanced. I remember the owner, the boss man, he gave me a voice message explain because I was like, bro, what does a tone do? And he gave me the biggest scientific explanation.
Can you repeat it, mate?
15 minutes. But basically, I'm going to summarize. It's good, and it's a bit more than what goes into the standard Coles tile cleaner one.
Yeah.
So you get what you pay for essentially. I think if you get all of them, so the 4-step process, which if you do have the money, I'd recommend you get 115, and then you get 20% off if you use our code NTF. I feel like I was going to say something else, but you
do you want me to rattle off the so the Essentials collection is the big one, and that's the one that you should get if you can afford it. It's got the foam cleanser, the liquid toner, the structure serum, and the gel moisturizer, and that is $115. But if you use our discount of NTF, I think it comes down to 20% off.
But yeah, so we see these guys as really long-term partners because they're, I don't know, we're just very much aligned, and I really enjoy chatting to them. And I think their vision with the brand is somewhere we can see ourselves as well in the long term. And it got me thinking, like, you and we're like some of the top performing ambassadors for them. Won't disclose specific things, but you guys using like our code helps out so much. Like, you guys often ask, like, how do you make money? What do you do? Like for work, this is it. Like, you guys using our code for supplements, for skincare, for anything we mentioned, this helps out so much. And we want to continue that, like promoting products we really believe in that aren't hard sells. And you guys using the code, everyone benefits. You guys being more handsome with your skin and getting more girls in the most respectful way possible. And using our code, I think it's just like a cool thing, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So if you want to pick anything up, use code NTF. Yep, please. Awesome. I thought we almost lost a sponsor, mate. Bro, if you guys are very observant, you would have noticed we didn't read out Manscaped last episode, and that's because... Do you want to explain? I feel like I've done a lot of talking. Yeah, well, essentially, so we didn't call them out last week. No. Because you've been in email
back and forth, or not back and forth at all? You sent off a few emails.
Yeah,
saying,
I'll just say it. Yeah. Sorry. It was, I remember I was driving to Zoo Culture. I was in Uber in the back in the office, had the laptop up, answering emails, running the finances. And I get an email from our correspondent at Manscaped. He says, fantastic news, guys. You've performed really well. We want to extend you until the end of the year.
We're loving you.
I think it's our 4th deal so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, bro, that's sick. Like, we'd be keen. Blah, blah, blah. And then I didn't get an email back from him. Then I emailed 3 more times, didn't get an email back. And I was just about, I sent an email last week and I said like, oh, if you don't respond, like we're just going to have to tell our viewers like in the most respectful way possible that we're not with you guys anymore. And I also like copy and pasted it and sent it from my personal email. And then he emails back like within the day going like, oh, like really worried I hadn't heard from you guys, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking like maybe our email got
sent to junk or something.
Well, he said he checked his spam, it wasn't there, so it was so weird. But yeah, stuff's back in the works with them basically.
So we're back on.
We're back on. It was just I thought I was so like lost.
Yeah, we were confused. And you were checking like, does our code still work on the website? Because like we thought we'd just been shafted. Like they just stopped replying. We're like, oh, rough way to go.
Yeah, and they've emailed me back. They've increased our new like monthly deal. Obviously, all thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
So we're back on.
So use code NTF.
Yeah, so use code NTF if you want anything from Manscaped.
Yep.
It'll get you 20% off and free shipping.
But we love Manscaped.
We love them.
Yep. Let's keep going. March on. You don't need to check the cameras. Mailbag time.
Okay.
We got a brimming mailbag.
We actually do. So we're only picking like 1 out of 100 questions.
1 or 2 questions. First up is from Sid. I don't have the actual question here. I've just got an abbreviation of it.
Sorry, Sid. Your parents have done you dirty there, bro. What kind of name is that? That's one of the worst names. Sid. It reminds me of like the kid's fingers I broke in year 8. Remember that kid?
I reckon
his name was Reese, but
poor bastard. He was a gamer as well. You ruined his life. Sid's a great fella. I like the name.
Like, I'm sure you're a great fella, but
I'm a fan of
there's
the name.
probably processes you can make to like legally change your name.
Right. Sid said, fellas, as former Wesley students, did you go to Clunes? What did you think? Essentially.
I did,
so
mate.
Clunes, for those who don't know, is a year 9 kind of, what is it? Year 9.
I feel like so many schools do it where it's like year 9 is like the big year. You're either going to China, you're going to Timbertop, you're doing this, Yeah,
so that's for a lot of like
growing up.
The APS schools. So like the private schools here in Victoria, we're very lucky enough to go to one of them. And our school did this thing called Clunes, which is where you go away for a term.
Yeah, 8 weeks.
Yeah, and you live...
in houses
in
this country town in the middle of nowhere.
In a country town, yep.
And it was like a compound.
So you got 15-year-olds like,
14, 15.
15-year-olds exploding hormonally.
Yeah.
And you're putting them all into houses. One of the first rules for all the guys is no porn.
Oh, bro.
Good luck with that.
Far out. No, we were... Oh, bro.
Mate, we got so creative.
So our laptops would get locked away at like 6 p.m. and the safe search was like crazy, man. You couldn't even like look up Miniclip to go play On the Run 3. Like it was ridiculous. It was the most conservative thing ever. So, it was like prison. It was actually like prison. We had to find ways to like get cell phones and shit. So there were no SIM cards either.
So what would happen is you'd have someone like who had to go to Melbourne for something. Let's say they did their back and they
had to get an operation.
They go back to Melbourne, load up an SD card full of the good stuff.
Not an SD card, mate. They get a fucking USB.
And then they'd come back and go, lads, I got the USB.
And they'd be, quiet, but once they get in, they go, lads,
oi, got it. And everyone go,
the popular kids would get it first because obviously they want to impress the popular kids.
Yeah.
Then it would trickle down to, the outsiders.
And by the time you got to us, you'd have gone through that many eyes. We were all working one out to the same thing.
Oh, mate, literally the same videos were just in circulation.
And mate, 14, we were just exploding.
I remember one of the only things we could legally get our hands on was the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Oh, what a fashion show.
Bro.
Miranda Kerr in that.
And Cara
Delevingne
Delevingne was my personal favourite. Justin
Justin
Bieber,
Bieber
Bruno
singing.
Mars.
Oh, mate, what a scene. You guys should check that out. What year was it?
2013.
2013. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we had to make do with what we had, which was the Victoria's Secret
Definitely
fashion
worked
show
a few
for a
out to
while.
that. Yeah. Shout out to him. And then, yeah, so like an aggressive kind of thing to do, which
Bro,
is...
I snuck a SIM card in.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? It
Oh,
was
that's
like
right.
bloody Virgin Mobile or some shit.
Yeah, he's running it.
And I remember there was you had to go to like, there was this one house that you had to go to the top floor and, are you right?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. You had to go to the top floor and you could get like one bar. So I was trying to check my ultimate team and sell players and shit. I didn't care about social media. I was trying to check log into my ultimate team and like sell players or some shit. Buy some team of the year card. And you weren't allowed like in other people's rooms. So I had to sneak through to this. It was like, do you remember
room.
Asher?
Yeah, yeah.
It was his room and he had the top one there.
Yeah.
And I went into his closet and I remember literally they'd walk around like you're in some sort of concentration camp.
Prison.
And
Hitting the buttons.
so I remember like one of the, whatever they're
Wardens.
called, wardens, literally walking up. So I can't get out once they're walking up because there's only one way. So I literally hid in his cupboard and was breathing like so softly because I had a SIM card on me and I was in someone's room. So I was breaking 2 laws there.
Oh, you're
and
done.
I was breathing like this. Didn't get done. Pretty sure I bought Team of the Year PK. Enjoyed him. He was actually pretty shit when I got back home. But anyway, then this absolute runt who I'm pretty sure he's got sexual assault allegations against him nowadays.
That's right. Prick of a
He
human.
dobbed on me for having a SIM card and there was no proof I had the SIM card. And then one of the wardens came into my room and interrogated me and made me cry and until I gave up the SIM card and admitted it. That's not on. I'm going back on that, bro. That's not on.
What a dog.
No. Not on from the warden as well.
Yeah, right.
Like, I was 14, man, and she was interrogating me. She didn't have any proof. It was locked in my safe, bro. She made me open up the safe and give up my SIM card, and then she suspended me for a week.
Grim.
I want to go back to that place and petrol bomb it, honestly.
For any of the Wesley students who might be going to Clunes, what house were you in?
Don't know, 7 or 9 rings a bell.
I was in house 13, so if you get those houses, unlucky. Another one was you had VPs, village paybacks, I think they were called. So if you get like a certain amount of strikes, you have to do a VP, which is waking up early on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I did every week for the full 8 weeks, I had a VP. And they were rough. It was shoveling shit for
literally
6 hours.
I remember, was it every Friday you'd get the you could pick like where you wanted to work for however long? What were they called?
Right. Yeah, the like little jobs and stuff.
Yeah, and everyone
free
wanted to
labour.
Yeah, but everyone wanted to work in the candy bar.
Yeah, all
and
the
you had to
fun.
log in at like 6 p.m. on Thursday night to get your Saturday morning
Yeah, I struggled.
slot to work in. And I was a real gamer type operator, so I had quick fingers. So I would be refreshing that shit like.
Yeah, you'd be good at that.
And everyone wanted the candy bar because you worked in the town candy bar, making the candy, putting in bags. And, there was a fat bloke running it. And you go like, one of your biggest things is quality control. So you need to try like every second lolly you put in the bag. So I'd be loading up, take some home. Bro, I swear I got like candy bar 6 out of the 8 weeks. And I sweated that I didn't get it the other 2 weeks because I wanted to just mix it up.
Yeah,
I was probably had,
it's too easy.
what was it? Diabetes. And, yeah, so all the other kids sucked basically, and I stole it off them every time.
You won. Mate, the other thing I was trying to say before is imagine being a teacher and trying to enforce no porn to 14-year-olds. I mean, it's like, that's fair enough. No porn, but like you understand it.
Bro, this is literally like the prime hormones. Like you've just found out what everything is.
Yeah.
Worst time.
Worst,
like that would have been peak frequency. Everyone's watching it, hopefully.
Cooked.
Hopefully you die down after that and you doing actual stuff.
I've got some pretty crazy
consent.
stories from Clone. Like a lot of the stuff happening is just nuts.
Mate.
I don't know if that it'd happen anymore.
And they try to like restrict girls and boys as much as possible
which
from...
is understandable.
Which is understandable, yeah.
You'd hate for your son to come back a father. 14-year-old. Mate, our camera's about to run out. I reckon we call it for the day.
Okay, anything else we need to say?
We're going out for dinner with Prime.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I hate him.
Hate him. Love him.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Make sure you
Good
review.
night.
Yeah, do the thing.
review.
Thank you. Love
Bye.
you.